You can see the remains of the original A-frame structure.
Charles Marsden fell in love with Ely during a visit from out east 34 years ago.
We came up here to canoe in the boundary waters, and now we spend 5 months out of the year here.
We being he and his better half, Marilyn.
That's my wife. She's out there on the paddleboard.
Now in their 80s, the couple stays active by leaving their motorboat at the dock and motoring themselves all over Farm and White Iron Lakes.
Well, my husband and I both like to paddleboard. We've got paddleboards, kayaks, canoes.
It's that love for fitness and nature.
It's the quiet
that has them concerned about their resort neighbor.
It's not the kind of thing we hope will be here.
So welcome to Silver Rapids Lodge. This place is awesome.
At 105 years old, Silver Rapids Lodge is showing its age both inside
Just needs some love.
and out.
You saying that needs a new roof?
Oh,
Right there?
It is pretty green though, isn't it?
Teresa Gray is helping manage the rundown resort as a pair of developers from other parts of the state eye it for a massive $40+ million renovation and expansion, unlike any the Ely-area's seen.
They see the potential here. They love this area. They love the spot here. They love Ely, the town, what it brings for people.
It's a 3-phase plan proposed to begin this fall. Phase 1, tear down and rebuild the existing resort.
All these lakeside cabins are going to be totally redone. The lodge will be redone.
But it's phases 2 and 3 that are turning heads. Construction of 32 new state-of-the-art cabins on both sides of the existing resort. Each cabin can be purchased by up to 4 different owners who would share time at them throughout different parts of the year. The cabins could be rented out as vacation homes when none of the owners are present. There would also be around 50 new boat slips and even a waterside Tiki bar.
So I think this is a great opportunity to keep a resort here. It's like anything in life. You're going to have people for it, people against it.
The Marsdens are against.
It's concern about scale and concern about location.
The couple says what's proposed is similar to resorts seen in the Brainerd Lakes area. It isn't the type of attraction that should exist on a paddle-friendly lake bordering the boundary waters.
We are concerned about the idea of tripling the number of boats moored on this narrow stretch of water. If that all happened, it would substantially increase the boat traffic.
We won't be able to paddleboard. We'll be restricted on the canoeing.
And the Marsdens are in good company with that sentiment.
You're not going to find people paddling in a canoe saying, I'm going to stop at the Polynesian Tiki bar to go and have a Manhattan and hop back in my canoe.
Bill Wagner's been a part-time resident of White Iron Lake for 3 years, spending the rest of his time in California.
What really drew us up to here was the fact that we don't see people having lawns up here. This truly is God's paradise.
He worries the natural beauty will be replaced by noise and carelessness.
All these trees, a lot of these trees are going to be cut down.
He's among the hundreds of people who signed a petition saying the project should require an environmental assessment worksheet.
It's a very sort of initial review process that allows both the community and decision makers to know more about what the impacts of the project might be, and also allow for additional feedback from the community.
Maggie Schubert works for a group called CURE, a rural advocacy organization behind the petition. As she says, CURE doesn't necessarily oppose the project, but wants to make sure an EAW is performed because it's part of the process they believe to be crucial.
Do you feel good that that's going to happen? That process will be followed?
I certainly hope so.
So this is a portion of the Lake County Environmental Review Ordinance, and in regards to that environmental assessment worksheet, it says the following guidelines shall also be considered in determining whether an optional EAW shall be required. Is the action to be in or near an area considered to be environmentally sensitive or aesthetically pleasing? Is the action likely to have disruptive effects such as generating traffic and noise? Are there public questions or controversy concerning the environmental effects of the proposed action? Now, the folks from CURE claim that the resort proposal checks all 3 of these boxes, and they claim that makes what would be an optional EAW mandatory.
Our concerns are transparency, listening to the community and taking that feedback and taking that into account.
10 miles down the road,
I'm tired of that.
Lake County Commissioner / resort owner / artist Joe Baltich paints a different picture of calls for an EAW.
That's a tactic. I'm so used to tactics already when it pertains to the boundary waters, pertains to copper nickel mining, and now a resort development.
Baltich says the County Planning and Zoning Commission should be trusted to do their own due diligence in considering 2 zoning changes necessary for the project to move forward. And he believes it is high time to support plans for economic development in the Ely area.
The anti-mining crowd said, you need to do tourism. So tourism's trying to come here, and they're going, no tourism. We don't want that. The fact of the matter remains, if we don't embrace some sort of development in Ely, we're going to suffer.
Water skiers love to go up and down this.
But to residents like the Marsdens, they'll suffer if the resort plans become reality.
Now, we realize that everything shouldn't be built around paddlers, but they should be considered.
Silver Rapids Lodge, just the latest source of gridlock here at the intersection of Economic Avenue and Wilderness Way.
You're really putting profit forward. That's really all that it is.
I just hope it goes forward. I hope it just turns out just smashing.